Hey, have you ever wondered why the people in the United States always keeps on getting richer while everyone else struggles making a living? Well, I'm EJ, and I'm here to let you guys know everything about income inequality in less than 5 minutes. Income inequality is the extent to which income is distributed unevenly among a population. It's simple like this. The rich keeps getting richer, and the poor keeps getting poorer, at least in the United States. So how did inequality worsen through the years? Let's find out.
America may be one of the world's richest countries, but it's also one of the most unequal when it comes to income and wealth, and it's only getting worse. In 1965, CEOs earned about 20 times more than the average worker. In 1980, they earned 34 times more. Fast forward to 2014 and CEOs were earning roughly 300 times more, though some may argue that earn isn't the right word. But the average worker isn't always in the last place. The bottom 90% of Americans actually hold 73% of the nation's debt. While CEOs are living the American dream, the majority of Americans are stuck fighting off an American nightmare, and when it comes to the racial wealth gap, Black families are still far behind white families, regardless of the educational level they attain.
Recently, income inequality has squeezed the middle class out of the majority. Middle and lower income families borrow more money to maintain their consumption, and that's a contributing factor to financial crisis. It's such a struggle to lie in a situation like this, and to prove that to you, I interviewed some real workers about the adversities they face earning low wages.
Hi, my name is Robert, and I work at McDonald's, and I only get like $11.15 an hour. But I feel like it's not worth it because they don't pay me as much as I work.
Hi, my name is Franz Marie Castillo. I work at Krispy Kreme and I get paid $14.50 an hour, and it's hard for me to pay all the bills that I have because sometimes it's not enough.
Hi, my name is Kyle. I work at Hollister and we get paid minimum wage, and it's not enough to cater my expenses, especially for food and school.
Different people have varying perspectives on how to solve income inequality. Some people say that we should invest more in education and infrastructures, while others say that we should raise taxes and increase government spending. Other people state that we should have labor union workers unionize. So, in line with this, I gathered some interviews from real people who are knowledgeable enough about what income inequality is and how to solve it.
That's a very interesting prompt and very topical for this time in December 2018. Income inequality, as you probably know, has risen in America. Before the Great Recession, the super rich were here, the middle class were here. And since the Great Recession, the super rich have gotten richer, and the middle class has actually lost their purchasing power when adjusted for inflation. So it's widened. If you look at all the nations in the world, the US ranks right next to Uruguay and Jamaica for inequality of wealth. But what can we do about it? Well, one thing we can look at is maybe taxing the super rich more. Right now, this top 1% in our country pay only 17% in income taxes, whereas the middle class pay an average of 30%. So there's something called the Buffett plan, where if you make over $1 million, every dollar after that would be taxed at 30%. Another way we could look at leveling the playing field would be to tax capital gains the same way as we tax wages, because most of the super rich make their money in capital gains, which are capped at 15% tax rate. Now, what could we do with those additional revenues? Well, we could do it to help people with upward mobility, people that are poor, lower middle class, or middle class, to give them free tuition for college, to help them pay for their health care. There's a lot of ways we could level the playing field.
Would emphasize that is critical is the equal opportunity, that if the inner city schools are really, really good and the access to health so that that's not holding people back, or social services, if that's strong enough so that we can say, you know, every kid has a near equal chance of becoming a lawyer or doctor, going to a good school, that is even better, because that's about freedom and that's about developing capacity as opposed to a zero-sum transfer. Now, you have to be able to fund the things that create that opportunity, and taxes are absolutely necessary. So it's those two operating together, taxes to fund it, and then the execution So you have that equal opportunity.